Chair at this time recognizes the gentleman from Floyd, Representative Prichard, for his opening remarks.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Good morning, Mr. Speaker, and congratulations on your new position. My colleagues and I look forward to working with you this year in your new role. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen of the Iowa House, and greetings to any special visitors who are with us today. It is always nice to see so many friends and family as we start the new year and this session. We stand here today in this building and in its House chamber at the beginning of a journey. This journey will take us into a new session, a new year, and a new decade. Where this journey takes us, what we do, and where we end up is entirely up to us who are elected to lead this state into the future. I think at this point it is important to ask ourselves this question. What do we want the journey to look like? What do we want the future of our state to look like? Do we tell ourselves that all is well and that no changes are needed? Or do we challenge ourselves to do better for the citizens of Iowa? The answer is obvious. We have an obligation to make our state a better place to live and work. Democrats have been listening and working over the interim to develop a plan to improve the lives of everyday Iowans. We have a vision of what that future should be for the people of Iowa, and we want to help build that future. It all starts with keeping this chamber focused on the people of Iowa, not the special interest and not those just at the top. Since a good job is the key to a success for hardworking Iowans, our plan will make sure all Iowans have access to a good job with high wages. We will introduce legislation to help families with the high cost of child care and create more affordable housing. Democrats understand that to build a better future and grow our workforce, we must educate the children and students of today to work and lead the state tomorrow. That is why we will introduce legislation to put education first again and build on our once proud history of leading the nation in education. We will also work to expand preschool and invest in job training and quality professional training programs. Democrats know that our health care system is more unaffordable and less accessible than ever before for many Iowans. We can no longer ignore this issue and crisis in our health care system. That is why we will introduce legislation to make sure health care is accessible and affordable for all Iowans across all parts of the state, urban and rural. We are all here to move the state forward. Make no mistake, the task at hand and before us is enormous. As you listen to my words, too many Iowans are struggling to get by. Students are trying to focus on schoolwork with an empty stomach. Families are struggling to pay medical bills. Farmers wonder if their crops will be worth the input costs to plant them. Workers are taking second jobs to pay their mortgages and basic necessities. Our vision, our focus must be on Iowans like these. We can and should work together to improve their lives. If we can put egos aside, I know that we are up for the task at hand this session. I will close with this final thought. Over the summer, I traveled to South Korea with the Army to participate in a readiness exercise. Soldiers and leaders from across the globe worked together, and I was fortunate to get to know and work with one particular Korean officer. Despite our different paths and some language barriers, we shared many common interests and became friends quickly. As is common in the military, our team had a motto that we ended each meeting with. It was this: we go forward together. This simple phrase speaks volumes about the situation in Korea and between our allies there. It affirmed our commitment to each other as brothers and sisters in arms. The same is true of us. Those of us elected to this body are united in a common purpose. We have different paths and differences in opinions. But it is our shared goals and values, combined with our diversity, which makes us a strong institution. We will work, we will engage with each other to make a path forward. Despite our differences, we are all Iowans, and we will all go forward together. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.